What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital. And today I have Rami and Fedi, and this is the North London Derby preview.
Huge game.
Yeah, it is a big game for them two teams. I don't know how it really is going to matter on the table.
Oh, look,
it's probably like the first time they're not in the top half, or they're not fighting
just
for
more pride.
I think they still got a chance. They still got a chance for European spots, as in Europa League.
It's about pride this one.
But yeah, look, the North London Derby, Arsenal, Tottenham, or should I say Tottenham, Arsenal?
Yep.
Playing at Tottenham Stadium. Boys, what are you guys' thoughts about the game? I mean, both of them are not really in the best form coming into this one.
I guess
both came back from a draw. Tottenham to Bournemouth.
I don't think that really matters when it comes to these games.
That's right. I was just about to say that.
Form doesn't matter.
Arsenal had that draw to Leicester as well, but we all know in a derby, anything can really happen. The form goes out the window, like you said, Fedi. But boys, it's an interesting one because the teams haven't been great this season.
They've both been quite poor.
If we bring it back to September when they first played in the season, both had different managers. Yeah. Pochettino was still there, and also Unai Emery was there for Arsenal. That game ended in a 2-2 draw, and I think Tottenham were up 2-0, and then Arsenal came back to make it 2-2. But yeah, look, two new managers, Arteta, Mourinho. It hasn't really been going the best for both of them. I mean, if you really look at it, maybe Arteta has had the better end of the stick. Better end of the stick, yeah, and especially coming out of the whole lockdown, I think Arsenal have been the better team in performance-wise, I guess. Maybe very unlucky not to get the win against Leicester, but what are you guys thinking about this one?
Well, to start off with, I mean, who do you think's been the better team post-COVID or since the COVID break?
I'll say Arsenal.
Arsenal has been the better team.
Yeah, I would say Arsenal.
Yeah.
I mean,
they've been better to watch, definitely. I think Tottenham at the moment.
Even result-wise, I think they've been
result-wise, definitely as well.
I think let's go, if we check the last couple of games, there's been 3 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss for Arsenal. This is coming from out of the pandemic or lockdown, quarantine, whatever. And Spurs with just the 2 wins, 2 draws and 1 loss.
And what was that statistic last game when they couldn't get a shot on Bournemouth inside that box?
Yeah, I think it was
the first time since 2015 or something.
That no one has got a shot.
And that was in the championship. So I don't know what's going on. Like I think we're just talking off camera with Mourinho. Like I'm a Mourinho fan. Like I've always loved Jose following his career, but I think at the moment it feels like he's been figured out. Wherever he's moved, and maybe in the last year and a half, maybe after United, because I still think he's done well for you guys. He still won you guys trophies, but I think after United, it's just like he's been figured out. Like there's no spark there from him no more.
But do you think, look, the signings that he made in January, I think they were decent with Bergwijn. You had Gaston Fernandez.
Yeah. But comparing to the players that he's actually worked with in the past.
In the past, yeah, look.
Where he's had money to spend.
He's had Son and Kane out for a bit as well. Yeah. Coming out of the pandemic thingy, they haven't really been performing. No. Kane and Son, and I think Dele Alli might be injured. He's got now Dyer suspended for 4 games because he jumped into the crowd.
Yeah.
So Did
he jump in the crowd during COVID? Or?
I don't know. That's maybe he started something.
He jumped to the Zoom call meetings.
But yeah, like he hasn't really had the luck when it comes to players and players staying fit. But still, man, I think some of the games that I've been watching from Spurs haven't really been as entertaining as when Pochettino was here.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me in this game, I don't really see where the goals are going to come from Spurs unless they get a dodgy penalty or something from Harry Kane.
They definitely have to be
Son to me is the main
man. But even him, like hasn't really been performing. You saw in
the team is not an attacking team at the moment. Son's a very attacking player.
Yeah.
Who's their playmaker right now? Besides Ali, who's their playmaker? Eriksen was taken out.
Eriksen was their best player.
So Eriksen was their main man.
He's been off, and Mourinho's obviously lost him. Clearly, Mourinho didn't want to have him.
I think their best player, even now at the moment, would have to be Lo Celso. I think every time he starts playing, he gets the team ticking.
Yeah.
But then, like the first game back when Tottenham played United, which I think we should have won. You're saying that Harry Kane doesn't really have the legs. He had to drop deep to receive the ball. There was no one really picking up that ball like someone like Eriksen was doing.
Feeding it to him.
And taking the ball from the midfield and spreading it out wide or even giving them balls to Harry Kane. So it's going to be... I really don't see where the goals are going to come, especially Mourinho, where I don't think he trusts the players because against United, I think he made one sub, and there was another game that he only made 2 subs, and look, this is. I don't think his tactics are outdated. I believe he's way too stubborn. He doesn't believe in his players, and we saw that at United. Didn't believe in the youth. Look at our youth players now. He's actually never really believed in the youth when it came to.
I honestly don't think even at United, I don't think Greenwood will be where he's at right now. If Mourinho was still there, Mauricio, he kind of broke down. So I agree with you.
And then he's one of his best players, Ndombele. He's got something happening with him. He doesn't even start him, doesn't even play him. But then he's one of their better players.
But then you have Arteta, who's encouraging anyone to play.
That's right. Well, you see with Saka that he's been absolutely killing it for Arsenal.
Absolutely.
In the last couple of games, assisting Aubameyang in the last game.
I think besides what happened when they first came back from COVID, especially with the whole David Luiz mistake and all that kind of stuff, I think they've bounced back really well. If I had to give you, I guess, my prediction, Arsenal's playing away this game. I still reckon they're going to take the 3 points. I think 2-1 Arsenal, and I think I dead set see Aubameyang hitting the double. I believe so. That's my
2-0 for Arsenal.
2-1.
See, I don't see where the goals are going to come from when it comes to Spurs. Maybe you're right. Aubameyang has been on fire. Are they missing? I think they got a red card, and Nketiah got a sent off last game.
Yep.
If Lacazette, see, it's both these teams. Looking at these teams, it's like. You have your on and like they lost to Brighton, and then you beat Wolves like the 2 weeks ago, the 2 games prior they beat Wolves, and Wolves didn't consider goal at home till that game. They didn't lose in how long? They were favourites or one of the favourites maybe for the Champions League spots, and now it looks like they're slipping up as well. But
what's your prediction? I'm saying 2-1 Arsenal, Birmingham with a double.
I think it's going to be a draw.
Yeah.
And to be honest, yeah. Like if we look at some of the games, let's say the last 5 games between the two.
Yeah.
Last game was a 2-2 draw, which was a fantastic game. The one before that was 1-1. The last game I think was that at Wembley. Says that it's at Wembley. I thought it was that last game at White Hart Lane. Or no,
yeah, wasn't it?
Something like that. Anyways,
I don't know.
4-2 at the Emirates. The game before that, then Spurs with the 1-0 and then 2-0 Arsenal. So Arsenal kind of got the bit of an edge, 2-1 if you want to say, in the last 5. But I just see this game. I just don't think this game's going to be as entertaining. Look, in my opinion, I know it's a derby.
Yeah.
The fact that there's no fans.
I was going to say that. I was going to say to you, the thing I was going to say to you, I'm sorry to disturb you, was the fact that there's no fans in this game is huge, because this is the kind of game where fans
they thrive off the supporters, especially Arsenal and Spurs at home as well.
For me, one of the best rivalries in the Premier League for sure, and the passion that's involved in it from the fans. They hate each other, and that kind of goes through. You hear the fans chanting, the players get more jet up, they go in harder for tackles, players getting injured, yellow cards, red cards, fouls. It's more that kind of game. But if you look at the last 5 stats, I said Arsenal to win 2-1 away, but not a single team, not out of the last 5, none of the teams won away. Yeah. It was either they won at home or they drew. Simple as that.
Yeah. So that means Arsenal's away, and that means if going by your prediction,
I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see any goals.
That's what I'm about to say. I believe it could be a nil or draw.
I don't see where any goals, besides from Arsenal, they've got Aubameyang and Lacazette that can probably create.
Yeah, they got, look,
something out of nothing. But with Tottenham, I just don't see anything going forward. Besides Son, it just depends on what kind of game he plays Monday morning.
The thing is, I don't know what team Mourinho is going to pick.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Toby Alderweireld hasn't really been playing. Dyer's out. Who's gonna be in the back for him?
Yeah,
Juan Vertonghen. I don't really see. And you see, like, I know that game against I'll get to my prediction, but that game where Song and Mauricio had a go at each other, and Mourinho tried to bring it back and say that's the kind of fight I want to see from my team. But
I love it.
But I don't know. I don't really see where the goals are coming from. In saying that, the goal they scored against United, Spurs, was really out of nowhere, and you give a bit of a chance like that to Spurs and someone like Bergwijn or Gaston Fernandes, someone like that, even Harry Kane, it pops up. And they might get that goal. And I know in the past, Harry Kane just scores goals against Arsenal. That's another thing as well. But whether he's going to get the service or not in this game, I don't know. I just can't see. Look, I know they're at home. It's either going to be a nil or Arsenal's going to win. I just can't see Spurs winning this game at all.
What's his name?
Lamella plays.
Where is he?
He's mostly on the bench these days.
Because he always adds some spark. Every time he comes on, he adds that spark.
He's a player that when he's good, he's good.
Yeah.
But he's not consistent whatsoever. whatsoever. He's one of those
He,
guys.
he's kind of. I think he's kind of struggled in the. Not really struggled in the Premier League, but he has struggled a lot of the games where he should be. Like since he scored that Rabona goal in the Europa League or whatever, Champions League, where it was, he hasn't really done much. But I think if Lo Celso's on, maybe they can get a goal. But then I just don't see there's too much pressure. That last game against Bournemouth, where they drew new law and a lot of pressures now on them to win. I think every pass, every time they're on the ball, they're going to be a bit shaky. Like, well, I don't want to make a mistake, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna go for a new law or even a 1-0 Arsenal, something like that. I think it's gonna be a low-scoring game. Do you think this game of where they are on the league table, eighth? When was the last time have we seen these two teams? 8th and 9th.
Equal points as well.
Are they equal or what?
34 points each, aren't they?
No, that's games. So 50 and 49.
What's
so
that
Arsenal's
celebration that Arsenal have if they finish on top of Tottenham? What is it called?
the bus parade.
The bus parade. But don't they have a day if they finish above Tottenham? They have a day they celebrate.
I don't know.
Public holiday.
Finish above Tottenham Day. But
well, let's be honest.
Know, man. Look,
neither team are making the top 4. Neither team are going to get obviously relegated because they're sitting 8th and 9th. This game is pure pride. Potentially, with the spot for Europa is still there.
Well, that's right. If they finish,
I think if Arsenal,
what's the spot? Is 6th position qualification?
It depends what happens with the whole City situation as well.
But that's what I mean. Like, let's say now City are not at the moment. Okay. They're not banned.
Well, keep in mind,
6th and 7th go to. Sorry,
look at the games.
5th and 6th.
Yeah, but 5th gets it. Goes automatically, and these guys got to qualify.
They got to qualify.
Well, don't get me wrong. There's Sheffield versus Chelsea. So if Sheffield can lose some points there and Arsenal win this game, Arsenal can move close to that European spot. So there's a couple of games that actually work in their favour. It just depends on who.
If anything, they need Chelsea
and Wolves. Who do Wolves got there? Who Wolves play? They play Everton.
Yeah.
So that's another hard game. So even for Spurs, so really, I know they're in the positions they are, but it could really maybe the last 4 games with a big result here, they could push on for a European spot. And to be honest, like as much as even us as United fans, we hate Europa League and no one wants to really beat, especially these top teams, Spurs, Arsenal, don't want to be in Europa League. I think you need that European money, the cash that you get from.
And plus, it gives you opportunity to qualify for Champions League as well. You got a second chance.
That's another thing as well. So it's going to be interesting. I think
Europe is still nice to play in. I mean, Arsenal and Tottenham are Europa teams at the moment.
And it's still a trophy I'd like to win as well.
Teams that are going to be versus.
But the thing is, they were in a Champions League final last year, Spurs. So the way they fell off that bad.
No idea how they got there. No idea.
Yeah, well,
the whole Ajax. Yeah,
3-0 down and all that. But look, it's even though they're like I said, even though they're in them positions, it's going to be a big result. And I think a win for both teams. And I don't know what Mourinho is going to do because we know 0 shots against Bournemouth. He doesn't really like to.
It's become boring, man. You just
to go forward and attack.
It's not football you want to watch.
It's more so frustrating.
Yeah.
But then again, they don't have players like Arsenal do where they can go forward and attack at pace.
But didn't you guys think when Mourinho took over Spurs, he was always going to struggle? He was never going to have the kiddie bank that he's always had in all the other clubs he's managed that before.
Well, yeah,
how's he going to bring that big pool?
That's what
in regards to big
that's
players?
what I was saying. That's what I was saying at the start. This could jeopardize his kind of legacy, what he's done previously in his career. But at the same time, there's not really any pressure.
Yeah.
If he had these results, if he had these results at United,
he would
have been gone straight away as soon as he came in. Do you know what I mean? But because he's at Spurs,
it's a nothing team.
The thing is, at the same time, you got to give him time.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You got to give him another transfer window. Let's see where he takes him next year. Maybe if Daniel Levy gives him the money, buy the players that he wants. And we know he's not going to go for the younger players. He's going to get these older, experienced players like a Perisic or something like that. Like a Mandzukic.
Has there been any names linked up with Spurs at all?
I'm not even too sure.
I haven't heard nothing.
I haven't seen him come up.
Like no matter what, Mourinho, regardless where he is, he can attract players. Mourinho is someone that can attract players.
Yeah.
You were speaking just before we started. Where's Ibrahimovic going to go?
Yeah.
He can get into his ear, come back to the Premier League and do a job for me here.
Yeah.
Why not? Do you know what I mean? Like just a player like that, an old school player, and a more experienced player. That's the type of players that he goes for.
And that's always going to bring revenue to the club as well.
Exactly right.
Because the fans are going to want large on the back. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so in them regards, I think Mourinho, I don't know. It's a shame that where he is from where he has been in his career, but he's got a big job ahead of him. And to be fair to him, Spurs weren't doing any better before Poch left.
What about Ancelotti? He's at Everton, yeah.
Well, he's
Did
another.
you ever think he'll be taking care of Everton? I thought it would
I think
always
there
be
was
a big team manager.
Was it last week? When did they play Everton? Did they play Everton Spurs recently?
Yeah, when they got the red card in the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it, 1-1?
No, 1-0.
1-0.
1-0, and it's like you seen Mourinho and Ancelotti at the end. You're like, this. If anyone came in and seen that, it's like, it's a European game from back in the day. Do you know what I mean? But
it's
Everton
actually
versus
Arsenal.
9th and 6th place. But yeah, look, it's going to be an interesting one to see what these two teams do. The North London derby.
It's a bigger win.
My prediction is a 0 or a 1-0 to Arsenal. I don't know. I don't got that feeling that it's going to be a big score
game.
or even an entertaining game.
I reckon it's going to be either 0 or 1-0.
No,
I don't see
to Arsenal.
I'm sticking with 2-1. I think both teams defensively aren't that strong.
I just don't see a winner in this one.
Yeah, I see both teams leaking goals for sure.
Freddy, what was your prediction there?
Given these games, they're usually big, high-scoring games usually, but we've been talking, like Tottenham going forward, I don't think they've got much at the moment. They've got the players, but it's just not clicking at the moment. Arsenal can score at will if they want, but we just haven't seen that sort of Arsenal back yet. So I reckon it'll either be a 0-0 or 1-1.
Now, we have Aubameyang fighting for the top goal scorer of the season.
That's another thing too,
We know Vardy's gone one ahead because he scored 2 the previous match. So I think Aubameyang, that's what I'm telling you. I think Aubameyang's going to be extra hungry. I think he's going to score the double. They're 2-1 winning. I see Tottenham.
Do you think the players really take that? Going into
as
game
a striker,
thinking,
as a striker, yeah, as a striker,
you want that, like, and it's nice for the club as a whole to walk away with the leading goal scorer for the season. It's still a good for the whole club. It's still good.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what? Yeah, I mean,
if Ings scores a bloody hat trick against United, he's up there too now.
He's not doing that. But you know what? It's funny. You said 8th place, but imagine an 8th place team whose player won the most goals in the season.
I think it's more of an individual award, so I reckon he's definitely going to go out there.
Yeah, I know. There's a lot of teams out there that have multiple players that have multiple 10 plus goals.
What about City? How many of their players are over 10 goals?
5.
5 players.
5. Yeah. It's like Mahrez,
5 players and like
how far behind are they?
Aguero.
How far did they finish?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Behind who?
23 points behind Liverpool.
United
You've
have
got 5 players scoring over 10 goals. And
United have 2 players of 20 plus. I'm just saying.
Have you guys scored more than 3 goals in 4 games in a row?
Oh no.
Have you got a player that's won Player of the Month and also Goal of the Month two months in a row? We just
should get that.
But yeah, look guys, before we go off topic, start talking about something else. Let us know your predictions in the comments below. Let us know who you think's going to win. Give us your score correction and your goal scorers as well. Is Aubameyang going to get on the score sheet, or is Harry Kane going to score at the lane?
What do you reckon Troop's prediction would be for this game?
He'll probably think 2-0 Arsenal or 3-0 Arsenal.
Oh, if they lost to Tottenham and Mourinho, he would go crazy.
Yeah, get the stream, get the popcorn ready.
Crazy.
Imagine Mourinho.
Get the popcorn ready after this one.
Imagine Mourinho. Arsenal.
Do you know? Like, just reminded me saying that. I don't think might have to check it. Someone might correct me, but I don't think Arsenal have beaten the Mourinho team.
Really?
So that's another stat.
Ever?
Yeah.
Search that
up. Someone can search it up. We'll search it up later. But yeah, that's an interesting stat that an Arsenal team has never beaten Mourinho. So Mourinho's going to park the bus, the boat, the plane, the taxis, everything there. So it'll be a nil draw. But yeah, guys, like I said, get all your comments in the comments below. And we'll see you next time.